Hi everybody, welcome to another Bite-Sized Branding, where we cover off subject in branding in 5 minutes or less. My name is Bernard from Ucidity.
My name is Grant Tom, and I'm a head fire starter.
Awesome, Grant. Thanks as always for joining us. Today we're going to be covering off a subject in an industry that I think is going to be growing more and more, and there's some really great opportunities in that space. We're talking about brand activations.
I love this one.
So I'm going to hit that timer. You ready to go?
Good. Let's go.
Good.
So let me kick off. I think that brand activations is not an easy subject. It's not easy to implement, and it's not cheap. But the emphasis of the mileage of what the activation is where the integrity and the factor that's the most important to the planning. So let me explain a little bit more. It's about creating an activation with the view of involving an audience that doesn't know that you're coming. You want to get that anticipation, you want to get that involvement, you want to get that immediateness of reaction sort of taking place. But the whole activation is about capturing it on video, because that's where the story is. And that, on posting it in social media, has much more mileage than the activation itself. But it is important about brands stepping outside of their shop, outside of the box, outside of the office, and engaging with customers that are unexpected.
Yeah, I remember this time Virgin did this like Virgin in a box.
Yes.
And they dropped these giant steel crates in high traffic areas, and it had a timer on the side of the crate. So you knew when something was going to happen, and if you stuck around long enough, you're going to see it, right?
Yeah.
It would pop open, and there was this like interactive, a bit of a electronics in there with like mobiles that connected to TVs, and you could play around, and you could like show people what you're doing and this kind of thing. But that even the anticipation was part of the whole activation process. And I think a lot of people don't take advantage of the space around them as well. The other day I saw some stickers on the ground for Nescafe, the Nespresso machines, leading to one of their shops. And it seems very simple, but if you did that to an activation and it was unexpected, then you're almost like, you're just bringing that traffic in, you're creating that intrigue, you're creating that level of mystique around it that people go, what is this all about? What am I about to get into? And if you then can capture that, the whole process, people noticing things and following the track and coming over to the shop, now you're starting to create that whole media buzz. What are they doing?
Well, I remember once in New York, it was at Grand Central, where I got involved in a flash mob. So I was now trying to just find my direction. And next thing, the music started playing, and next thing, a couple of dancers and a few more dancers joined, and eventually the whole room was dancing. So much so that you stood back, but to a point, you actually wanted to get involved a little bit. But the best part was, as soon as it finished, everyone just dissolved into the crowd. And it wasn't like everyone gathered and whatever. And you sort of walked away being part of something, mesmerized by something, told someone about it, but it was quite interesting. But I think that the video execution of that is where it has its most strength. So I think it's not about, because they are expensive. So if you do them in small groups, that's fine, but it's to get those people's reactions. That's what creates viewership online.
Yes, definitely. When you even see those flash mob videos, and around the crowd, and you can see people smiling and enjoying it, that just brings you in a little bit more, and then you start building a much better connection with what's actually happening on screen. I think, you mentioned something there that I thought I would highlight a little bit, and the challenge I think is doing something that's outside of the box. The flash mobs, they've been done. Well, how can you do a flash mob a little bit differently? Could you put some crates, and inside the crates have the entertainers? So it's not just random people walking around, but people are like, what are all these crates doing here? What's it? And then all of a sudden, boom, an explosion of entertainment comes out of the boxes. Could you do something like that? Could you, how do you take these great concepts that have had that viral explosion and re-engineer the concept and re-engineer it around your brand? Don't just do something for the fun of doing it. Do it because it actually means something to the brand.
So I don't know if you've ever seen those 3D floor graphics where you put them on the floor and it's popping out. And you stand in a certain part and it looks like you're part of the graphic, and they take a picture and suddenly it's very viral, it's very participation, it's a little bit active, and the brand is getting lots of exposure. Those are the kind of things that I'm talking about.
And you know what? I think I don't think a brand has ever really taken advantage of one of those. Like,
oh, they have.
The brand into a 3D graphic.
I think you can definitely do that, but it's, once again, it's to play in any kind of space, but you just want to get people to get involved, because you know what, now everyone's got a camera on their phone. It's so easy to just share it. Is that the time again?
That is the timer. You're gonna have to turn these into 10-minute talks.
No, I think here's the challenge. We'll go for 4-minute conversations. You got to talk faster.
Yeah, even faster. Just like, take notes. I dare you.
All right, so Bernard, I think to wrap it up, it's a case of a brand doesn't just stop at your screen. It doesn't just stop at the TV set. It doesn't just stop at your store. I think it's a case of finding those dead spaces and getting the customers who never were going to use you or know of you to be part of your advertisement, and therefore start making a change in brand activation.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it doesn't just go for all the like a brand that sells just products. Service brands should be thinking more outside of the box as well, and they haven't been challenged in that space, I don't think, up until now. So if you are a service business, take the challenge. Try and do something that no one in your competitive space has ever done before. Why not? You know,
that's it. Very much so.
Awesome.
So until next time, guys, I think what we need is we need to be challenged with topics, subject matter, or things that you may be battling with. Let's talk about it. And if you don't want to do it on the show, we'll do it offline. No problem.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome, guys. As always, thank you very much for joining us. And as Grant said, please comment, like, share, and send through your ideas. We're looking to get some new topics that are going to challenge us a little bit too. And we look forward to catching you on the next video. See you later.
Bye.